Welcome back, everyone, to the Lazy Thinker Show. I'm your host, Jacob Wheeler. Joined today is my co-host, Mr. Tristan Bailey, with a chain in his mouth. He just worked on
like a kinky fuck boy. Sorry, that was so inappropriate. Wrong pod.
I wasn't going to go there with that, but you brought it there immediately. So,
sorry.
Anyways, Tristan worked on a new intro for his podcast, Two Guys, One Light Bulb, which, by the way, the episode was really good. It was really good.
Now it's like, oh yeah, you watched it, but before I was making fun of you for not watching it because we just recorded this episode and now we had to do it again.
Yeah,
because of Jacob.
Yeah, we literally it is July 26th. This episode is going to be out on July 28th, but we recorded this episode 9 on the 24th. Did a whole hour and a half. I didn't feel like it was our best show necessarily, but I felt like it was pretty good. We're getting better and better, and it was essentially just me talking to myself for an hour and a half, and none of Tristan's stuff was actually recorded. So we had to scrap
you
the
just
whole
needed
thing.
to cut. You just needed to cut one half of us for it to be, oh no, we can't post this one. But really, you're just like, God, Tristan sucked this last episode. Like, Brett needs to step it up if he's going to be a podcaster.
Nah, that shit was all me. It was all me last episode. So
me and Jacob talk for 5 to 10 minutes before we start recording, and I'm always all like, oh, let me save it for when the pod starts, and then all of it just goes into the air. And I was like, I had things that I didn't say because because it was about editing. I'm so excited about it. It's so good. I don't remember. I had so much I wanted to talk about and now it's all gone. That's so sad, but I'm so excited to keep, I love making this. I was honestly kind of happy that the podcast messed up, even though it was sad because I was looking handsome in the last one, and I was excited to look at myself when I was watching it again. But other than that, I was like, I'm just glad I don't have to wait a whole nother week to make another episode. I mean, because I've been in the podcast mood. I'm on a grind. I'm going, boy, and I'm so excited. I just think I'm a podcaster now. What can I say? I'm a podcaster.
That's right.
What can I say?
That's right.
What can I say?
I'm the same way though, because I literally wrote down, just made sure I had things written down that was on just casual conversation, because as soon as we press record, everything is just gone. So it's tough. It's
all
tough.
of it, and no improvisational skills on my part. I don't know. I just can't even wing it. Can't be all like, oh yeah, let's talk about. Nope, I got to start writing shit down too.
I'll make it.
Hit record.
I will make it awkward. It will just be an awkward silence. When my brain goes blank, it's just awkward. If I look sweaty and gross, it's because I am. I just got done moving into a new apartment, so there's shit everywhere. I have nothing set up, but there's not even Wi-Fi here yet. I connected to my personal hotspot so we could record this, but
yeah. Who needs Wi-Fi when you're a podcaster? Podcasters, get it done. I mean, fuck, I forgot. This isn't a podcast. Two Guys, One Light Bulb is the only podcast. This is a show. Yeah, you just write down in your little notes. Write down, bleep out the word podcast when not talking about TGOL.
Okay, bleep out podcast. All right, got it down. But yeah, no,
Bro did not write anything. Bro scribbled. Yep, I got it. Your camera's below 360p, so I can't see any. I can't see it.
You'll see it in post. You will see it in post.
Yeah.
Do you hear Ryan Evans is gay?
Who?
Ryan Evans.
Oh, you talking about from High School Musical?
Yeah. Apparently, it's breaking news now that he's actually gay. Disney released a statement.
And everyone's all like, well, we knew that shit in elementary school.
What the fuck do you mean this is breaking news? Of course he's gay. I mean, that was the gay character in High School Musical.
Yeah. I don't know. And there was show pictures with him and that one girl, and he's just like, well, we were supposed to think they were in love, and it's just it's funny. It's funny how subtle TV and movies, especially in kids shit, how subtle they had to be with LGBTQ, and now just because they're not being so subtle, they're just all yeah, I mean they're gay. People are no, they're shoving it in our kids' faces, and and it's just all nah, bro. They're just hey, we don't have to ignore the fact that gay people exist, and so they just have gay
No,
people in their
exactly.
shows. It's so stupid, but yeah, not the gay people in shows, the people
Oh,
upset
oh
about it.
wow.
I
Oh
had to
wow.
I had to specify because it sounded like, oh, it's so stupid putting the gays in the shows, you know?
It's so funny that like people or certain people will take the LGBTQ community just acknowledging their feelings about people as shoving their ideals down their throat. I mean, it's truly incredible. I was watching. This is a slightly different topic, but I was driving the U-Haul today with my sister Sarah. We were listening to the radio because there was no there was no Bluetooth or anything, so I was just like seeking on the radio, and I came across this like mega Christian radio station, and he was going off about universal basic income and how that is going against the biblical integrity of what God wanted us to do. He was like, man, so you're telling me everybody is just going to get the same amount of money for doing nothing every single month? And I was just sitting there like fuck yeah, like of course that'd be great. Like if the money gets sent to everybody, it's going to go right back into the economy. So this whole like inflation thing, as a fear for that, I feel like is unbound. But he took it a step further and was talking about like, yeah, and you know what's trendy now is people will get trailer homes and get RVs and live in campers and not own a house and not, go with the typical way that society is meant to be. And he's like, they do this for fun. They do this because it's trendy. And like, sure, I'm sure some people do that because it's fun and it's what they want to do with their life, which first of all, why is that a fucking issue? But second of all, for a lot of people, they just can't fucking afford a home or the way of life that the older generations were used to. So I don't know. It's just pretty funny. They take that as like
Yeah,
they're
when
being
the older
trendy, but in
generation
reality,
could
we
buy a
just
house for a nickel.
yeah, it's like we're just suffering, and that's the best case scenario
Um,
for us. We make the best of it.
yeah, I don't, I'm pretty stupid. I don't understand how the economy works. Also, this, I can already tell by the way this episode started that Josh is going to call me a lib cuck when he watches it. I just know it's the first thing he's going to text me.
Yeah,
It's his favorite thing to call me. But yeah, I
you
don't
are a
know. I
lip
don't
cuck.
really, stupid. I don't know, how like the economy works specifically. Like I haven't really delved into that, knowledge pool, but, yeah, my thing is about the older generation that I don't like is when things are easier, the easier something is, the angrier older people get.
Right,
They're all
right.
like, this fucking generation wants it easy. They want more pay and they want to not have to work so hard. And it's just all like, yeah, I mean, isn't that the goal? I mean, why, I want more money and less things to do. I like, why would you want
Yeah,
more? I don't understand.
it's like the whole point of society is to progress and have the younger generation have a better life than the generation before them. And that's like was expected. It was a pretty standard thing. We want to live better as a race. So now it's a problem for some reason that life is a little easier now. I mean, life is extra easy now compared to back in the day, at least in terms of
Oh yeah.
like air conditioning and internet and, just all the amenities that we get in society. But it's
Well, some of us get internet.
that's true. Some of us have to use a fucking hotspot on their phone, but it's okay. It's all good.
It
But
happens. It happens.
throwing a speedball at you. Did you hear about LeBron James's son?
He had, heart problems, correct?
Yeah, he had cardiac arrest after or during one of his practices. He just declared to that
Hey,
university and he's gonna go play for them next year.
I just want to point out before we get into this, that both topics you've thrown at me, even though I have nothing to do with the sports world or High School Musical, I knew them. I just love how me and you are on the same wavelength. I know things. Yeah, look at me. Look at me.
That's right.
Making sure
You
and
know
keeping hip with
information.
some trendy news. Look at
That's
me.
right.
Yeah. I saw the high school. I saw yeah. But anyways, so say it again. What's going on with him?
Yeah, he essentially just collapsed during his practice and went to the ICU and they treated him. He's out of the ICU now, but it's pretty crazy. And I was expecting to look at Instagram comments with a lot of positive feedback for him, just hopes and prayers. It must be
Oh
devastating,
God.
especially for him because he's next year he's supposed to go to the NBA. And LeBron James's thing for him was that he really wanted to play in the league with his son, be the first time in history that a father and a son played in the NBA together. And he has these issues. And I go to the Instagram comments, which I guess I shouldn't have been that naive. It's Instagram comments, but a lot of them, it
Comments
grew this
anywhere.
like conspiracy thing about, maybe Bronny shouldn't have taken the vaccine and Bronny would have been fine. Like, this is what happens when you take the vaccine. And
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of comments are like that. And it's like, he's a kid. Like, he's 18 years old. Like, we're going to make this into a vaccine debate. And this kid just had a heart attack. It's just astounding.
That's where I heard about it at first. Is I saw it was like I saw someone making fun of his name is Sneeko, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Sneeko tweet where it's just all like, all the anti-vaxxers right now are going, I told you so. The prayers for Bronny, little Bronny, and it's just all like, what are you talking about? How does this have correlate? I'm so confused.
I know.
Where did y'all pull this out of y'all's ass?
Well, they were like, because I guess the thing that they're talking about is the myocarditis, where it gives you heart problems, which if there's one person that knows about heart problems, it's your boy. So, but the myocarditis thing, the thing with that everyone fails to mention is the fact that when COVID was a thing, that you had a much higher chance of getting myocarditis if getting COVID as compared to just taking the vaccine. You're much safer. Millions and millions of people took the vaccine and haven't experienced myocarditis. Nothing about what the James family statement put out gave any indication that it was myocarditis. Some people just have heart problems. I'm one of those people, I guess, where you just have issues.
Oh, you did, and you got vaccinated. Oh no!
Oh my God!
Maybe I shouldn't have been vaccinated. I'm next. Oh God! Oh,
dude, maybe this is
I'm
just
confused on where it came from. I just don't get where how he had health problems and he also got vaccinated. So they're like, are they just waiting for famous people who got vaccinated to have some health scare and be all like, oh, this is COVID. This is the vaccine.
No, yeah, that's exactly what happened. I mean, they're just like waiting for.
Sorry, Steve. We're hearing some interference on my end.
Oh, there's a guy right out my window.
Just a guy. Did he say anything?
No, he was just like, I was just like heard voices and I looked out the window and he was literally just standing right there. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, no, I think those people just look for confirmation bias. That's really all it is. You look for specific things that will kind of put you in the direction of the narrative that you want to tell. And it's disappointing. I mean, he's a fucking kid. He's a kid. He's a basketball player. Like, he doesn't need to be the topic of some political conversation about the efficacy of the coronavirus vaccine. It's disappointing, but of course, I mean, everything is. Yeah, I used a big word. It's all good.
Yeah, my boy got the vocab. It's part of being a podcaster. You're just smart like that.
Yeah. Everyone that has a podcast
he definitely
smart.
did. Yeah, they're definitely blowing it all out of proportion. This kid fucking is worried about his whole dream and career, and everyone's just all like, that vaccine, because he took the vaccine. He's like, bro, please, I just want to get better. I'm trying to get in the NBA, bro.
Yeah, like literally
I've been working my whole life for this.
Right. 11 months from now, he's supposed to walk across that stage and get picked by a team and is supposed to fulfill this prophecy for LeBron James. And I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I just figured that would be worth a topic just because everything has to be politicized.
Before we get into whatever, I mean, you might already have this because we're on the same wavelengths, but did you see that video? I don't know the validity of things like this. I always see it, and it's always, I feel like this type of news gets released like once a month now, or like once every few months. And so I don't know what's real, but there's a new video of a government person under oath, like saying that the government has like UFOs, or what are they called, UFAs or something now?
Oh,
And they
UAPs or something.
yeah, and they have like they captured a biological pilot, like some biology of non-human biology from the aircraft, and he's just all
Yeah,
like, "Look, it's not human. You know, I can't say too much," and there's blah blah all this stuff. And I was just all like, can we just have like this definitive proof of just aliens? Can we just show us one, just please? I just because I
right,
know we're
right.
not the only ones out here. Just give us one, please. Just give me some excitement, some sci-fi, but don't give me an alien invasion. I don't feel like getting
Right.
enslaved. So,
Yeah,
but I just want like a dead one that I'd be like, oh, cool, they're out there, sweet.
just some
I mean, I knew that, but
confirmation.
yeah, but just to have that nice physical confirmation would be. But this whole, yep, there's documents. It's the government's
Yeah,
keeping it a secret. There's documents. I don't give a fuck about documents. Show me the
right,
goddamn aliens
right.
now.
Yeah, I guess today, while like I guess all day today, they were doing some there was like a hearing, and I guess the significant aspect of it, it sounds like every other thing that's been in the news, like you said, it's just different versions of the same news coverage. But the difference of today, I guess, was, and I'm still looking into it a little bit, but it's the fact that it's all government officials, like people that are sworn in, work and have worked for the government, have had a very good track record of telling the truth, have had no issues, but now they're testifying, you know, about all the information that they've seen regarding UFOs. And but you're right though. I mean, it's like at what point, like, can we just stop hearing like, yeah, I talked to this guy that worked on an aircraft, but can we see the aircraft? Can we see the person who was abducted? Can we see
Yeah,
an
if you're
alien?
gonna if you're gonna tell me it exists, just show me. I mean,
Yeah.
what's this whole? It's not a secret anymore. Just show me. I mean, who cares? If the
Right.
world finds out about aliens, the worst case scenario, religion gets a little bumpy,
It
and
does.
I'm okay with that. I'm completely fine
Well, there is
with
like a
religion being
theory.
affected.
Me too. But there is a theory about, like if like the mass hysteria type thing, like if that information got out and a lot of people in society,
Hmm.
especially like we're just like, fuck this. We got to get the fuck out of here. I'm not showing up to work. I'm not paying taxes. I'm not doing all this. And then it doesn't take long for society to fall apart. And like, is this not causing some like we're already confirming it's real though? Like it's already, everyone is being told that it's all out there. And so why would it be so different to just show us that alien,
I know, I
please?
know. I did see something though where it was like a meme about it, and it's just all like, I love how this could be like an extreme, like one of the biggest moment in human history. And I scrolled past it because I wanted to see something, a funny meme like on Twitter, and I think
No, true.
that's so funny. It's like, oh, aliens, cool.
Yeah.
Memes. And it's
Right.
just like it's so stupid how stupid humans are, and how just numb we are to like news. We just get constantly fed crazy
Nah, for
news
real.
articles and headers, and we're just all like, oh yeah, oh, World War III possibility, cool. We're having a repeat of January, and it's just
Right.
like, it's an everyday something's going on. We're just constantly traumatic, horrible. But we're aware. We're at a point in society where, like, with the internet and everything, we're aware of what's going on in the world. Like, there's no blindness to anything. We know every single,
Right.
all around the globe, traumatic, horrific event that's taking place, and that is constantly, there is a million horrible things going on as we speak, and we're
Yeah.
aware of it. So like when we see these things, or these crazy things like, oh, there's possibly aliens, it's just all like, okay, yeah,
Cool.
all right, what's next?
Like,
It's just
add
all
that
like,
to the
let's
list.
move on. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, fucking, what else is new? Yeah.
What do you think the chances are that this alien talk, these trials, and all this conversation about it is just noise from the government to hide something else that is actually going on?
I don't.
Because that's what a lot
I
of like
think it's
conspiracy
like,
tinfoil hat guys are saying.
I think it's very possible that it's like a way to like, kind of like my bit where I tell the truth, like something very close to the truth, like basically the truth, to kind of throw off that it's actually a lie. So if you're just all like, oh yeah, we got a UFO aircraft and we have some biology, we found some biological life form on it. People are gonna be like, oh, they're gonna be like, oh, that's so cool, and they'll be satisfied off that little crumb of detail. That they're all like, oh yeah, we found like a million, like we're in top. But I just don't think that I don't think the government is as cool as we think they are. I
Right.
think that
Not
yes,
anymore, at least.
I'm not stupid. I know that they have secrets that we don't know. They have technology more advanced than the public could know. Because
Right.
obviously, I mean, if you have scientists constantly working on shit, and you're going to want to constantly be wanting to advance. I know they have crazy shit, but I don't think I, I don't think that they're hiding an actual like live alien in the back. I just don't. I think aliens, if they did know that they existed, even with hysteria by now, or they would have figured out a way to safely give out that information. Because that's the things that I think the government really wants to keep secret is like shady shit that they're doing. Like when they're doing
Right.
some fuck shit, which they are definitely doing, that's the stuff where they're like, let me bury. I don't think they would
Oh, you
need to.
mean
I don't see any real reason to bury like alien existence other than like them wanting to. I don't. I get the hysteria thing, but I just don't
yeah,
see.
no.
It just doesn't make sense to me that the government's hiding that shit. I feel like it's just dramatic. It's just all like, I want the government's got cool shit. Give me it.
No, for sure. And there's also a chance that these UAPs that are being seen and recorded, I mean, the normal civilian population, they don't see the type of technologies that the governments across the world are working on. And so there's a chance that these governments or some foreign government, Russia, China, or whatever, just, pick one that has developed a certain type of technology to a point where we wouldn't be able to recognize. The only way that we could justify that or explain it in
UAPs.
our heads is aliens.
UAP does not mean alien aircraft. It means unidentified. It's like we don't know where it came from or what it is, and so
Yeah.
like it could just be fucking other just someone else's shit that the government didn't know about. Like, oh, what the hell? This technology is kind of cool. Who sent this
Right.
over? But
Right.
I just think that I think that there is absolutely no reason for aliens to come here. I
Hmm.
just think that if they're advanced enough, because there's definitely none in our solar system, and I think that traveling to have the technology to travel further than that here,
Right.
it's just pointless. I mean, we're so primitive to them, and it's just like there would be
Right.
no, unless it's like a pit stop. But the universe is so big that there's a high chance that we're not a pit stop for a long time. I mean,
Right.
it's just that's probably the. I just don't think that aliens have came here.
Yeah. The only like if aliens came here, I would think of it more like an observational kind of like let's just see what the species does. Like there are just weird organisms running around on this spinning rock, and
Yeah.
they feel like they're important, and they have governments, and they are at war with each other all the time, and they're beefing, and it's weird. I heard Joe Rogan talk about that a couple years ago, and it made a lot of sense that why would they like if they have the technology to get here, they're so far beyond where we are that we wouldn't be able to give them or provide them anything that they
Unless
don't
we had
already
some
have,
special resource that was only on Earth that they were all like, "Hey, give me that shit."
or they just want to use the
How?
entire
Okay,
human
let's
race as
put our.
slaves.
So I think we should put ourselves in alien shoes. How do
Okay.
you think if we were the aliens and we finally found life on a planet and it was more primitive than us, like it was farther behind than us? How do you think how do you think we would respond? How do you think we would react? Would we just go down and be like, "Hey, what's up? We want peace," or it's just weird because we also are aware of like the idea of visiting aliens, so this is something we've thought about, and so we don't know if like other aliens have been all like, "Ooh, imagine if we ran into aliens." Like it's just so weird because we're so aware, like we're aware of the possibility and
Right.
how cool and sci-fi, like we've made movies about it. Like there's this whole what's the word I'm looking for? This whole like thing, this whole idea of how we should like how we would react with aliens, but I just don't think how we would realistically actually react if we found aliens.
Yeah, and not only would we been talking about it as a species, and the idea has been out there about, the idea of visiting aliens one day, or aliens visiting us. We welcomed that shit. We shipped out an entire shuttle of just human shit, kind of basically inviting aliens to our solar
Oh,
system,
stuff.
like a direct map almost of our to Earth. We have songs in there. We
Hey
have
guys, we're over
pictures
here,
of humans
please.
in there. Yeah, please come take apart our entire species. But if we were those aliens,
Which
like if
is
you and I,
so ballsy.
hmm but if we were those aliens, like you and I were on a spaceship, we were the ones that were supposed to report back to our species. We showed up to Earth.
Oh God.
I I wouldn't want to go down per se. I wouldn't like want to go immediately introduce ourselves. I personally would observe forever. I would observe, see what they're like. But eventually you have to get to like the whole like Thanos theory where they watch us for long enough and they see that we have nukes and we're just in an evasive, mean, warring civilization. Why wouldn't they just decide like, hey, we should just turn our Earth off? Why not? They're not good for like why we don't
Yeah,
want them to
it's
extend
a
beyond Earth.
yeah. If making contact is honestly terrifying because a little, bringing it back to Marvel, a line from the first Avengers movie from Thor. It like whenever they were messing with the Tesseract and
Hmm.
it's like this whole cosmic item and they used it. Thor told the rest of the Avengers, he's just all like, y'all's work on the Tesseract proved that y'all were ready for a higher form of war. And so it's like us being all like, us showing up on an advanced species radar in the universe is like, oh, okay, let's go check out these guys. They're kind of getting up there. And then it brings up, we shine attention on ourselves. And that calls for people to be like, oh, yeah, let's either go make slaves or let's go fucking just destroy their world because it's fun. And
Right.
it just, making ourselves known is not, it's not the smartest idea. And I don't, I think it's crazy that we were all like, here's us and here's our location. Come check us out. Come send me a little MySpace
Right.
invite. Yeah, I don't know why I said MySpace. I was thinking that they probably sent shit in space a long time ago, and I was thinking of like an older social. My bad. It was a bad joke. I shouldn't have thought so much into it.
Saw where your head was at.
We'll keep going.
Picking up what you're putting down. But yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm gonna put something down in you, boy.
always welcome. But I don't know. It's definitely a tough conversation. So, do you think all this is bullshit? Like all the alien talk right now?
Yes, it feels like you said, like they're just kind of drawing attention away from something else, or they're just kind of, hey, let's please them a little bit. Let's give them a little breadcrumb so they get all excited and or I don't get what the reason would be, but I think they're being dramatic or it's some
Right.
lame. I don't know. I just it's stupid. I think it's just another reason to get civilians all excited about something like, oh look, maybe the world's not so boring. I don't know. I don't understand how government works. I'm
Yeah,
just a
it's a
boy. I'm
weird,
just a little
convoluted
boy.
machine. It's a weird thing we got our government. Weird one. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is. God, Josh is gonna make fun of me so much for this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is gonna call me an idiot, a lib cuck. He's gonna be like, "Bro, you don't think the government has aliens?"
Is he
Josh,
full on alien
listen,
believer?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't think we've talked about it. Josh just loves talking shit to me. Josh just every time I
Fair.
say something, Josh is all like, "You don't know how he's gonna be all like, you don't know how the economy works. You're such a child." It's just how he is. He just my youth. He loves making fun of, and I love making fun of his wife's elderliness. I couldn't think of the word.
How old is he?
Yep, he's 27.
Oh, same
His
age as my
wife
brother.
is his wife is 30.
Oh wow,
So
man got a cougar.
I love how I love how I'm carrying on the bit of calling his wife old in this podcast. It's a little crossover bit going
Oh
on
wow.
here. It's also a crossover because you don't know them, so it's weird. But anyways, Josh is gonna fucking flame me and cut my ass for this podcast because every time I talk, he's all like, "Tristan's such a fucking dumb young little baby bitch boy."
I want to have a segment in your podcast. Not that I have any control on what goes on in your podcast, but Josh should have a segment where he just takes apart things that you say in this show and tells you why you're wrong.
Oh,
that would be pretty great. That'd be pretty great.
That's actually that's a fantastic segment. Like, okay, what's some stupid shit Tristan said and the
That'd be good.
Lazy Thinker show. Not this pod. This ain't a fucking podcast. This is a show.
That's right. That's right. This is a show.
Yeah, that's because the last episode, go check it out. Episode 1. When this comes out, it'll still probably just be episode 1 out, but episode 2 will be out shortly. Go check them both out. And the first episode, Josh calls Jacob a cunt.
He did, and I just want to clarify that because I clarified it in the deleted episode, but obviously it's not going to come out. So I came off like a dick at the end of the episode we posted, episode 8, because you were talking about you're talking about how you made 20 or how you've already made 20 episodes in 8 months or whatever, and we've done like 9 in 2.5 years, and I was like, we're about quality, and you're like, wait, what do you mean by that? And then I just said nothing, and then I cut the video out thinking it'd be funny. I cut out the part where I was actually like complimentary and said that it was actually like a great podcast, but didn't necessarily deliver right, and I think I came off like an asshole to Joshy boy. So my apologies, did not mean that. But yeah, no,
funny.
Yeah, and I even like messaged in the chat saying like you guys had a great episode, and the first thing he said in our chat was like, "Was it quality enough for you?" I was like, "Motherfucker, god damn it."
Yeah, Josh is funny. I love how he said it. He was just all like, where he was just like, "Oh, Lazy Thinker show." And who is he? Who said that? Jacob the cunt. Jacob Wheeler the cunt. And I was all like, oh damn. That was so funny. It was so not my co-host having beef. All right,
that's right.
It's okay.
I gotta go on your show, and then I gotta go on your podcast. Sorry, Josh.
Yeah. You got to come on my podcast, and then we'll have him come on this show.
That'd be great.
It'll be nice. It'll be fantastic. Josh just. I don't need Josh cutting my ass live. Like, I don't need him, like, we talk about something, I'm like, well, and Josh is all like, Tristan, shut up. And then this is what I think about it. He is the trivial, Trivial Pursuit. He is the Trivial Pursuit king. He has the crown. He beats everyone at it. So,
I mean, I love it.
He's a smart guy.
Give you some podcast ideas or some topic ideas that he wants to go over on our show, and we can do that. Because I know you said he's not really super into like the political stuff, but there's always topics we can come up with. It'd be fun. Let me see what else we got here. I got
not the Death Note.
Kevin Spacey was found not guilty in European courts. Moving on. We have Elon rebranding Twitter to X. What are your thoughts?
I tweeted about it. I said, that's how I'm going to start like announcing that I broke up with my partner. Rebranding is X. That's all we're doing. We're rebranding. It's a terrible joke. The delay made that so awkward because I have a delay on my end, and it was just like I said it, and then it was just you just staring at me, and I was just all like, "Oh well, fuck." That was a terrible joke. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. I didn't get many likes on Twitter either, so maybe I should stop saying the joke.
He's single-handedly destroying Twitter, though. It's pretty crazy. Has it been different for you? I deleted Twitter a long time ago, like pretty quickly after he took over. But has there been like a clear difference, like while you're using the app with now versus how it was like a year and a half ago?
No, other than I see a lot more Elon because people are constantly roasting him. That's the only difference I've really seen, and a bunch of like fucking. And then I guess I haven't really seen anything different, but I'm not like a Twitter head that much. Like I just kind of get on and get my little normal stuff. But so far, it's for the average user, for just the little what's the word I'm looking for, just the casual user. It's fine. I mean, nothing's changed really. I think that if Elon truly butchers Twitter, like changes the whole branding and just completely Elon Musk is all over it, I think that there's going to be a last straw, and then people need something that's already established to jump back to. So I think Threads starting now, even though it's not very popular, it can still keep working on and improving. That way, whenever Twitter does ultimately fizz out, then they immediately have a better alternative to go to. So I think it's still smart for Threads to keep on it and keep updating their app.
Yeah, because Elon was saying that 50% of the advertising that was on the platform before is completely gone now. They've pulled their ads from the platform. There's been a lot more sporadic changes that he keeps doing with the company. I know there are attempts to make the company profitable, and you just try out a bunch of different things, but the whole like Twitter Blue thing and making people pay for a blue check mark and all that stuff, it made it corny. It made it a little like the verified check mark just doesn't mean the same anymore. And that was a big Twitter thing.
Yeah, well, the whole paying for it was so stupid, mostly because the verified checkmark was like, "Hey, this is the person. Like, this is the celebrity, or this is the person." Not so someone can't just make an account as them and be like, "Hey, this is me." So you could tell the difference. And then bro was just like, "Nah, do the verify." So now they have someone who could put their name as like Burger King and then fucking say like a homophobic comment, and people be like, "What the fuck, Burger King just?" And then it's just they're like, "Oh wait," and you got to look at the actual ad, and it's just stupid. It was a dumb thing, but it's Elon, and that's why people hate billionaires, because they're billionaires because they constantly are trying to fucking get more and more money any way they can, any scummy way, and it's just all like, hey, I mean, that's your grind, but it's just stupid. It's just people are gonna hate you. That's why people hate rich people, because they're too rich and it's never enough, and we're just too poor and we never have enough. Boom.
Man,
yeah, I said it.
You said that.
I said the obvious.
But I think they're also trying to move more towards a broadcasting company type thing because of the whole Tucker Carlson committing his show to Twitter, and I know they've been working together on creating a more long form video aspect of Twitter, and so we'll see how that goes. I know it's all an attempt to get more ad revenue, but
I'm pretty sure that they added where you could like upload like up to 10 minutes on Twitter. He said he's gonna do that, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Bro's missing the whole point of Twitter, like the whole quick say something stupid. Like I've mentioned one of my like I love talking about Twitter because because it's such a fun little. The reason I love it is because I can just randomly say things like I tweeted one time if pineapple was a person, I'd eat its pussy. And it's just I could say the darndest things on there, which is more me. I love saying weird, just strange things that you're just like, why did they say it? But with Twitter, because Instagram, I'm not just gonna go on there and then be all like, say some stupid shit and then that'd be it. With Twitter, it's just like, yeah, I can just tweet. It's just just birds tweeting, just fucking saying shit. And I can say news. I do reviews on Marvel projects or movies. I like to tweet about like, hey, this is what I thought about this. Like, it's my news. Twitter's so good, and Elon's fucking it.
It had a lane, and it was doing a really good job of staying in its lane and being a specific version of social media that people went there for. And now it's something else. I thought it was hilarious whenever Threads came out that Elon is threatening to sue Meta for the format of Twitter. Twitter itself was created and formatted based off of old messaging boards that were on the internet before social media came out. And so you have no claim to the format. They just happened to do it pretty well for a long time, but they, compared to other social medias, underperform. I know we talked about this, but Twitter has 150 million monthly active users as of last month, and places like Instagram and Facebook have over 2 billion monthly active users. And so it feels like Twitter is kind of failing a little bit at something, even though despite all that, it's still very culturally relevant, or at least was. It still is, but it's losing some of its credibility now.
I love Twitter. It's my favorite. It's my favorite of the social medias. I don't use Instagram anymore. I only use Snapchat for my girlfriend, and Facebook is for old people. So Twitter's just kind of the last one for me, and I don't want it to get fucked. It's my favorite. I get news, jokes.
You got TikTok,
and I can post on it all the time randomly. it's the all-in-one package. It's my baby. Don't take it from me. I'm not a Twitter head though.
And we are at 50 minutes already, bud.
I know. We get to call it, and then you're gonna be all like, "Bro, it didn't record you again. Fuck,
It
we're
only
gonna
recorded
cancel the
you
podcast."
this time. Yeah. Oh fuck! I'm dreading stopping this to see the video files, but I guess we can go ahead and wrap it there. Might as
It'll be
well
good.
not record an hour and a half and then cut it down to 40 minutes anyway. We can just
Yeah,
call it.
I feel like I feel like we talked pretty decent. I think I'm excited for this one. I think the conversations were good. I think I said some corny shit, but like it still had a little bit of entertaining, a little bit of humor, a little bit of facts, a little bit of talk
News,
about stuff. Yeah. So this is Lazy Thinker Show, point 1. So boom, we did great. That was a fantastic one.
Yeah, I guess we'll go and call it here. Next episode, I should have a better background. I'm actually going to work on organizing my room after we get out of here. But you have any last words? Any plugging you want to do? Okay. Thank you.
Go listen to Two Guys, One Label.
It'll be linked in the description down below. If you're listening to this episode, Tristan's flipping you off right now. It's all love, though. He doesn't mean it.
It's not. I did something corny again. Please end it. Oh my god, I'm gonna do something corny again. End it. Hurry, Jacob. Hurry.
Okay,
please.
all right. We're getting out of here before he does something he regrets. Everyone have a great day. We'll talk to you later in episode 10. Thank you. Goodbye.